This is a new Ram 1500. Well, it's not all new, it's a facelift model. We've got a new grille and some new headlights. The main news is what's under the bonnet. You can no longer get a V8 Ram, but that's okay. The new model has a 3-litre twin-turbo straight six. In the base model, it's kicking out 313 kilowatts. In this is the high output one. It's got 403 kilowatts. Now, if you can remember, the old Hemi had something like 290 something. So this is a substantial power up. And what's more important is that it's quicker, 0 to 100, because when you buy a big pickup truck, you want to get down the road from those traffic lights as fast as you can. And this thing's clocking into 100 at about 5 seconds.
Well, before we check out the cabin, we had a brief drive of the truck on road, and as expected, there's more torque across the rev band. In two-wheel drive mode, it's a lot easier to chirp the rubber and step the tail out from intersections. It'll be hairy in the wet, which is why it's good that it has a quick-acting torque-on-demand all-wheel drive setting. There's more than enough urge down low for everyday driving, while it surges on mighty quick for such a huge thing. The 6 itself pulls best from 3,000 RPM and revs to just past 6,000 in the HO. The 8-speed could be a tad quicker to kick down and hook the power up, but it is a truck after all. The sound is not quite as stirring as a V8, though the HO does huff and puff when it's under the pump. The Limited has a more controlling ride on its standard air springs, while it rolls on larger 22s, so it's a tad more precise in its cornering attitude. But these aren't sport trucks, they still weigh in at 2,700 kgs, but they are rather quick. We got to check out its turn of speed, laying down a few 0 to 100 runs with the V-Box attached at the old Lang Lang Proving Ground in Melbourne. The SO turned in a 0 to 100 time of 6.0 seconds, while the HO was quicker still at 5.3. That's bloody quick for a big rig that can tow 4.5 tonnes. Well, the Laramie Sport at least, the Limited is good for 4.2 tonnes. As to fuel use, Ram rates the standard output at 10.74 litres per 100 kilometres. The old Hemi numbers were somewhere between 12 to 14 litres, depending on what test regime they were calculated under. The stated consumption of the HO is 11.8 litres per 100k.
But that's not all. There's some more tech inside, so we'll go and check that out. So the Ram 1500 Limited, it's still big on its premium features. This is quite of a luxury pickup truck, but some new bits include twin RAM charger, which is for where your phones go, because you've got probably two. There is a new 14.4-inch touchscreen, apparently the biggest in class, and also new on this in the dash in front of the passenger side is a screen for the passenger. Now, they can see what's on there, but I can't. There's a tint on it so it doesn't distract me, so that's all good. You can be watching a movie while I'm doing the driving.
There is still a focus on premium inside, luxurious even. The Ram now gets a massage function for its front seats to go with the heating and ventilation. There is plenty of lounging room in the rear of the cabin. These full-size pickups allow space for 3 adults to relax in comfort back there. Along with the trick tailgate, there is a spray-in bed liner, Ram box well sides and a retractable step. The payload improves slightly for each model, the Sport now at 863 kgs, that's up 160, and the Limited is good for 782 kgs, which is up 81. Pricing has risen for both models. The Laramie Sport now goes for $164,990, up from $154,990, while the Limited is $185,990, rising from $172,990. The new truck arrives in the country shortly, with the Bighorn, which has more of a worker spectrum, coming later in the year.